And yeah, when you screw up, when you misspeak, when you get something wrong and you change your mind, you ought to be honest with the American people about it. It's one of the reasons, Margaret, why I've done so many interviews, is because I think it's important to actually explain to the American people where I come down on the issues and what changed. Now, you pointed out the messages from 2020. Margaret, I've been extremely consistent that I think there were a lot of things that we could have done better in the Trump administration, the first round, if Congress was doing its job. I strongly believe, and I've been a United States Senator, that Congress is not just a high-class debating society. It's not just a forum for senators and congressmen to whine about problems. It's a forum to govern. So there were a lot of things on the border, on tariffs, for example, where I think we could have done so much more in Congress, and the Democrats had been a little bit about how they get through the country. They were so obsessed with impeaching Donald Trump, they couldn't actually govern. I want to talk about this tariff issue in particular, Margaret, because to just accuse this of being a national sales tax. Look, the one thing.
And it's not really about how much I smoke to me. I've been smoking for a long time. It's more about how much it is. When I look at it and I feel like I'm already high, if I had a whole blunt, I might put it out. And if I feel like I'm already high and it's just that, I'm going to just finish the fucking doobie, you know what I'm saying? But you talking shit, you know, I can put it out. Oh, ain't shit. I don't need to finish it. I'm saying I don't need to finish it because I'm cool. You know, that's not the point. That's one little piece of the story. You could be right about that, but let's get to the point. The point is that if I'm already out and it's a little piece, I'm going to finish it, but if you talking shit, then I'm going to put it out because it's not worth just hitting it because I'm already out. I've been up through my house trying to finish it, right? So it'd be easier to just put it out.
I want to talk about this too, so get ready for me to ramble for a little bit.
Whatever you get when you count them all,
Screaming at the same thing every day.
The right heroes can make all the difference.
Every day, millions of folks declare a political movement is dead, buried, finished, reduced to ash and memory. It's over.
Oh, that's so
I got sick up. Mama, MAGA takes back the gang again. Keeps winning elections. They keep organizing. They keep showing up. The disconnect between online values and physical reality is so vast. And there's a post that I want to talk about here that's really important, right? This is what it is. Massey Law, because you guys are popular as you think you are, but popular online, and foreigners get to boost your ego. So sure, Massey can try to run for president, so to be embarrassed again. And I hate this statement, but he's high-key cooking. I want you to state where you're from. In the comment section below, I want you to state where you're from. A lot of people that watch my videos aren't there.
Oh, look.
Right? They
So,
are.
I gotta go there.
You're American too.
Don't think I want to get shot up for a couple of
Deeply asking me to come bring the family. I'll be talking to R&B on this slow.
You cannot shout.
Stop that from securing the mission area.
You cannot lead into the queue into submission. The people who actually vote need elections are the second job. They have talented, they have powerful, they have
all I'm talking
They do not care about filming videos, so on. They don't care about the YouTube video. This is the Instagram infographics. They are
really just sitting there looking
they walk across the religion. They go through sources because Trump says to download through sources. Well, all they're doing is these schizophrenic L-tape that is through tired of what we're getting. And I want to talk about, because I was just thinking I respect the Republican Party. I don't respect the Republican Party. Now, back today, I at least admired that they were consistent with their racism. Because the Republican Party couldn't do that. Different warnings go in different directions. Corporate interest, indigenous conservative fair, libertarian somewhere else, used and angry, and probably carrying something made of metal. There's only one single point in the entire Republican Party, and it's Donald Trump. Everything orbits around one man, the truth. Politics and life. This is the loyalty of you disappear. This is not politics anymore. To me, the ideal politics, at least from what I understand, requires negotiating, compromise, the ability to lose a battle without losing your entire career. This is something else. This is a cultural personality. And that's all it's ever going to be with compromise. If you disagree with Trump, if you disavow you, if you come and go with you lose everything.
That movie they follow is the worst. They talking about that obsession with the most
Everybody knows this Trump.
That ain't nothing compared to they follow. I'm always scared of how there's nothing sleep. I'm by myself. I remember plenty of times I was by myself at the time talking about the scary movies. Oh yeah, like it's the fuck. But watching they follow had it was scary or something like that. If you're not even gonna watch it, it's about a movie on STD, but it's a horror movie. And one of the fucking movies. And she woke up and things kept following her, looking in the house, and she didn't know how to get rid of it until she felt like she had to fuck somebody else to get rid of it. You had to fuck somebody else to get rid of it. And all this STD just kept following her. But they're like, eventually, I was like, that shit scared the hell out of me. And then we told me,
walk away and only 60 seconds left. Watch how every time Donald Trump says something, people clap and laugh and joke, but not funny.
You need to stop that vehicle in its tracks.
Fear is the
You're up, little one.
this is that's why some people are really doing this is what others are doing.
This is one of there's a very high in this something. But the image we always see of Donald Trump, just take right. If you look up something, just the name of everything, right? Look up Donald Trump. Go ahead and the first image is this. It's a staff. Right? Let me tell you this. It's a staff. It's a scout. With this scout, attitude is both. It says the fear. They're losing the right. It's just so much over where this is like this. What Donald Trump wants to be.
Ready for another ghost fighter?
He's watching. He is watching. The most prolific image is everywhere. It's in so many different ways. Everywhere. You have it in every single thing. It's the official president supports him. He is looking at you. It's really close up. It's triggering you. Small little look. It's what he's doing. That's what he's doing. He's looking. Making sure you see that what he is. He's living
You know what to do, spiders.
that is a practice, a very effective way to feature our artists. This is disgusting, horrifically, and opposite situations. And also, you understand, doing that's not good. I mean, that's the average. Not people spend hours on tasks designed to maximize hours, and then emerge from them. That's the world is wicked. People are too lazy. Don't want to work anymore. Bad because it's necessary to get things. Meanwhile, you know what's the grocery store? Groceries still need to be bought. I still take home. Still keep laying outside right now. Right now, I have a big video. I can see outside Greenville. 4 kids. And one kid, you got pushed to the ground. And I see one kid just under the just dirt at the most. And I see that, there's a nice stuff. There is a nice stuff. That is what is going on. It's happening. The apocalypse is not coming. Right? The rapture is not coming just because you see a clean text online. The apocalypse is a clickbait headline designed to keep you going. The people who actually know do not spend their days in these blues. You don't listen to watch local news. They talk to them. They go to church. They trust institutions that will make a younger person's skin crawl. The people that vote are not terminally online. But, very surprisingly, you may not believe this, they are terminally organized. So if you see groups back, I decided to take my local politics, right? There are very old people. I think the youngest person that was there was 37. And I'm the other youngest person there at 29. That's it. 29 years old, there's so many different people all around. It's very perplexed and confused by this information. And I've spoken to those people, and I asked them, why you guys don't understand? Well, when I was younger, voting was really important, I always wanted to vote. So I vote in every local election, I vote in every presidential election. It just feels fun to vote. They have so much organization. All these voters operate on multiple things. Voting is a big ritual. first thing. It's in the morning. It is automatic. It's as long as I say brushing their teeth. They do not need motivation or science or research. No. They don't need a TikTok explaining why the person matters. They don't need to do some They just go. Just baked into their nervous system for decades. And y'all younger people have this company that Richmond was never built, that happy was never formed. So you stay home and post about how hopeless everything is. You're not realizing that the hopelessness is exactly what the other side is counting on. I think you don't vote. Hopeless people do not vote. People who do not vote cannot change anything. I know you think voting is pointless. But it's very important. And the reason voting is pointless is because of AI. I'm going to tell you something very important that I saw recently. This image of Dr. Obama, daughter of the president, see, rarely has tried that. Oh my God! Because the picture of AI generated is not real. It's not real. It's fake. It's fake. It's a fake image, not a real. Is the best thing ever. Is this real? Oh, this real? It's with mom, wife, operations manager, an old lady? Oh my goodness. You think she's going to actually check if it's real? No. These older people are getting by AI. These older people are getting scammed by AI and Instagram over and over again. That's what's happening. That's what's happening. AI is the monster in the corner that nobody wants to talk about. We talk about deepfake, voice cloning, manufacturing scandals. I told you that earlier. Entire conversation that never happened presented as evidence. The average person cannot tell the difference anymore. Wonder how I know the average person can't tell the difference of AI anymore? I want to show you something super cool. So, I have a friend on Facebook, who was there, and I mean staunchly against AI. He made me one of the most against AI people I've ever met in my entire life. I'm going to show you this image right here. And he shared this image recently. And this is an image. Ohio farmland is not for data centers, not 1 acre to support local farmers. This is an AI image. Right? But in the sky,
those tiny arms of yours aren't going to do us much good.
On the side, the caption says this. Very important.
Fine. I guess the
Breaking
teeth make up
news.
for it.
Breaking. It must be a news source because it's breaking. An Ohio farmer was going to turn an entire field into a mess, and so massive it could be red from the sky somewhere outside Columbus. Okay, where's it at? The aerial station appears to be across Ohio farmland that concerns the continue over warehouse expansion, industrial development. Oh no. Consider Greg Ebert, the World Series News, talks to Buckeye State. The message is clear. Oh my goodness. Even this message is written by AI. This is highest message. The irony of this thing is, and nobody's going to the comments to see, this looks ironically very AI generated. It is very AI generated. That's what it is. That's what's going on. This is an AI generated thing. That's what's happening. That's the reality of what people are doing. And because it's so hard, it's so difficult to tell. It is. Well, you can obviously tell, because you can obviously tell. You can obviously tell. Not the average person. You consider yourself to be a unique individual, well, guess what? You're not the average person. Because I'm talking about the average person. I don't get it. I'm so mad at that. Because you can tell that it's AI. The average junkie, the person that actually votes, the boomer, the older person who sees this nonsense and this garbage, the friends that I have that are 35 years old, those people, they can't tell. And they vote. You at 15, you have internet training and media literacy, you can tell. You at 15, 16, however many you might be, you can tell. I grasp that you can tell. I understand. The average person is already struggling with basic media literacy. Now they are being tasked with navigating all the fears. And every person they see is literally saying, all of them are so they come to the year. They do not understand that the fears are no longer enough. You gotta understand, the technology is advancing faster than the public's ability to detect it. Like that's what the weapon is. The weapon is used like our company people. That's why you love AI so much. You always keep asking me, why does Donald Trump love AI so much? Because you can trick people with it. You can trick idiots with it. The people who want teaching how to understand. They understand that confusion is the goal. A confused
My dad feels better for himself.
right? That's
I feel like I was born to
that's
pilot
the
it.
wrong word. Because a confused electorate cannot organize. A confused electorate cannot hold anyone accountable. Confused old people gonna be confused.
What's that? Here?
Sucks. They don't, I don't care if you're really I tell you the reality. You can be too tired and the full I don't want to do anything about it. Vote. Vote.
Yes, yeah.
Adoption is one thing the rock. The most
I think I need to fix that.
It's honest citizens about the Republican Party has become wildly. You point out corruption against Donald Trump, you're saying. You point out a contradiction, oh, you're too good. You point out a failure, you're part of the has been replaced with a legal state. Do not debate things. You can believe or you're going to pass out. Not how a democracy functions. Democracy requires Einstein made a mistake without being wrong. You had over and over. This is not
Ready for
what
another
the
ghost kind of
Conservative
time?
Party
30 seconds.
was, right?
All those crises I quietly put out, you have no idea.
Maybe what kind of decades. They are just thinking that politics is not about being loud and long. So keep the fuck up. I hope in every election when Trump be allowed to vote, I just got my demonstration off, dude. Like in 2024, just in 3, you know what I mean? I got my felony conviction off. Very happy about that. Very happy about that. Didn't know I could vote. I discovered I could vote. By the time I stated previously that I voted for Kamala Harris, that's not true. I didn't vote in that election at all because I thought I couldn't. And then later, I have told you I championed Mr. Harris over and over. Told me to vote. I got 15 people to vote. I voted for Mr. Harris. But I stuck like I did. Then later say, oh yeah, Mr. Harris to vote again.
Make sure you put that cash out there. See how everything is not a problem?
This is those big votes. But I voted.
I just took 2 days and tried to
What?
I do. When I only have to eat, I took 2 days leave.
People want to believe in anything else. You're isolated. You are wildly.
Alright, so before he go to sleep.
Yeah, your life. Right?
You mean you're not going to sleep?
You're the exhausted. They want you tired. They want you hopeless. You believe that nothing matters. You like do nothing. Do nothing is the way that they win. Do nothing is the way that the team keeps running. You don't let them have. You're nothing. You're nothing.
Somebody quit. It was Forbes against it.
Anyway. So today I want to challenge my support players, strategist players. I want you guys to sit there and tell me ways that you can affect a man that's not related to it. That's not related to anything related to
Xbox 360.
360. Today's video, I want
You'll never listen when I be this and when I be this.
to just be a better support player. A lot of times in these games, they tend to
know. I don't know. I didn't buy this shit.
Hey, this is how it is foundationally. You can kind of get away with this thing they do about just because it's just off of design. Right?
Oh, so you look at what I do know.
But it's
I know we got the PlayStation Plus.
and I'm like,
I'm trying to move up against it. That's why it's here.
Right here can make all the difference.
Why are you missing that comment seriously?
I'm complicated because you changed something.
you should choose. I suppose you'll stand into the doors so that you can
You got that big ass nasty couch.
With that being said, my support players, y'all can take that shit right there. Hey, listen, but y'all thought I was probably going to cuss y'all out. Look, I got to take accountability. I got to take accountability. That's not this way. I'm going to relax. Okay, we're gonna get back to the discussions, okay? I got y'all, don't worry. So for today's like little replay, it's just me playing Invis. Nothing too flashy, just understanding some of the simple concepts. I'm executing some of the simple fundamentals, but just kind of showing you how I go about playing support. Because when I play, I'm not necessarily looking to be like, I need to heal them as much as possible. You may have heard other players within the space say this. They'll tell you, don't worry about healing, worry about getting your ult as fast as you can, right? And once I had that mindset, I was just like, okay, that shifted on how I affect the game. Now I'm looking to deal as much damage as I can when everyone has, full health. When we're in these neutral fights, right, where we're just exchanging but no one's dying, I'm looking to see how can I get more value. I'm trying to see, okay, how can I use my abilities? I'm looking for the flanker. I'm trying to see how I can apply pressure to make it easier for my tanks to do their job and make it easier for my duelists, to secure pace, right? That's what I'm looking to do. Me healing is just going to happen regardless, right? Of course, if someone's one shot, I'm not going to be like, oh, saying screw you, I'm going to go try to get this kill. Obviously, you want to heal your team. I'm not saying just go and be a damage farmer. No, don't do that. But there's other ways you can impact the game while you're doing your job. Because when you only heal bot, right? You leave so much on the table when it comes to your kit, especially like characters like Invis, Gambit, right? For example, Mantis. They have so many ways they can affect the game that's just not related to healing. Gambit can cleanse, Invis can shield. She can sit there, help her, get picks, help her,
Maybe the more.
The more damage you do on support is less damage that your DPS has to do to secure an actual kill. That means your DPS is more efficient. They can get their, the most faster. They're not, damage farming, and people getting away and getting the full heal. They're helping DPS out, your tanks out. Your tanks are dealing with less ults. You're dealing with less ults. You're dealing with less pressure. Your other supports dealing with less pressure. Everyone benefits from it. So just having that nice instead of like, okay, I'm just here to heal. Okay, let's see. That's what I want you. That's the mindset. So let's get into it. So with this gameplay, I'm on Invis today, and like I said, this gameplay is something like flashy. Like that's pretty simple, straightforward. So just enjoy it. But one of the main things that you need to look to do whenever you're playing any kind of support, you can do damage on any support in this game. I know what about Rocket, right? You can do damage on Rocket. I'm not sitting here saying just go out your way and drop 20k damage on Rocket. Yes, it is actually doable. But look for situations where you can sit there and affect this outfit. So when I'm playing Invis, right, of course I see my whole key's weak. I'm trying to make sure my depth stays up. I'm trying to make sure my front line stays up. But also just take notice of what I'm doing, right? So I see the silent is on right there.